You're listening to Catholic Chicago on WNDZ 750 AM. Every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Archdiocese of Chicago presents programming about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Good morning, and welcome to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Breedeman, and we thank you for joining us on this week in which our nation will celebrate 245 years of independence as the free and united States of America. We are fortunate to be here talking about one of the largest human services organizations in the United States, Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Chicago. We'd like to remind you that the Voice of Charity broadcasts on WNDZ 750 AM here in Chicago, and a live stream of that show airs on YouTube and on Facebook at Catholic Chicago. As many of you know, Catholic Charities has over 50 programs and services located in more than 300 sites across Cook and Lake counties. These programs and services operate under the direction of 6 regional offices, and the directors and staff members in each of these offices have been truly heroic over the past year, creatively finding ways for programs to continue while they ensure that every new client who reaches out to us receives the help that he or she needs. From time to time, we are grateful for the opportunity to check in with our regional directors, and we are so pleased to have Adriana Kelly with us today. Adriana is the Regional Director of Catholic Charities in the North and Northwest Suburban Regional Office, shepherding the need and engaging the North Suburban community and the far north city of Chicago in Cook County. Welcome, Adriana.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Katie. I'm honored to talk about what we're doing out in the regional offices.
Thank you so much. We're delighted to have you with us. Can you share with our audience what the most common requests of clients have been over the past year?
Well, sure. The past year we've been dealing with COVID, right? And it has served to highlight so many of the needs that exist around food insecurity and the tenuous financial well-being of so many individuals and families that really work from paycheck to paycheck, as well as housing, the need for affordable housing and the impact really of COVID on those isolated through the pandemic and mental well-being.
And I know that in our call center, they also have had a huge increase in new clients who just may possibly need assistance with a utility or a rent payment. Have you seen that in clients in your region as well?
Oh, absolutely. So an increase in calls coming into our call center and here directly in Des Plaines, needing that assistance to make ends meet, really. It has become a struggle of making choices between paying rent and mortgage and having enough food on the table to feed themselves and family members.
And before we go any further, Adriana, can you share with our audience the phone number that folks should call if they know anyone who needs assistance?
Oh, absolutely. I would direct everyone first and foremost to our call center at 877-426-6515. That's for suburban Cook County. For those that find themselves in city neighborhoods, they can simply call 311. Or they call our office directly, right? 847-376-2100.
Perfect. Those are all good resource numbers for everyone to have. And I know that in other regional offices, they've seen a huge increase in the number of clients who are come to Catholic Charities in the last year who never needed assistance before. Are you seeing that in your region as well?
Oh, absolutely. Not only have we seen the folks coming to our pantry and our supper programs double and triple during some weeks initially during the COVID. But we also estimate about 20% of those coming to us, and those increased numbers are first-time users.
And so who are some of the partners that you work with in serving the community, Adriana, and how have you been able to keep in touch with them throughout the pandemic?
Sure. First and foremost, our wonderful parish partners who are right there in the neighborhoods dealing with communities that are struggling. So we depend upon our parish partners to help us do what we do every day, as well as corporations in North Suburban Cook and Northwest Suburban area. We have special groups, St. Vincent de Paul ministries throughout, whether they're Catholic or of other faiths, seeking us out to help serve the need that exists.
And I know that many people are longtime, just quiet, dedicated volunteers for Catholic Charities in many of the parishes in your region. Would you like to give a shout out to some of those diehards who are there and responsive every time you need help?
Oh, absolutely. We call them our core volunteers, and it's one of the most amazing things to witness every day here at Catholic Charities. We have volunteers who are coming to us from so many parishes in the area: OLPH, St. Francis, St. Joseph Francis Xavier out in Wilmette, St. Norbert, St. Mary of the Woods out in the Wildwood area, Park Ridge, Mary Seat of Wisdom. And then we just have volunteers that throughout the community that want to join us in this work, not to mention our high schools in the area. We have Loyola Academy, we have Notre Dame College Prep, we have Northridge, the Willows, St. Vitus, and as well as our main township schools and New Trier. This is at the high school level and the grammar school level. It's been amazing to witness people rise to help, even when they themselves may be struggling.
Well, that list that you just mentioned and the photos that you shared with us really create quite a powerful story, Adriana, of support for the people that we have the privilege to serve. We're going to take a break here on The Voice of Charity, and when we return, we'll be back to speak with Adriana Kelly. Please stay tuned.
The 27th Annual Catholic Charities Golf Classic will take place on July 19th, and you are cordially invited to attend. Gather your friends and work colleagues for this fabulous event that will take place on two beautiful golf courses, Shore Acres in Lake Bluff and Knollwood Club in Lake Forest. Proceeds will benefit Catholic Charities programs and services in Lake County. All state and CDC guidelines will be followed, and registrations are filling up quickly. Call 847-814-3839 today. That's 847-814-3839. Thank you on behalf of everyone we serve in Lake County.
The Word Made Clear is exactly what its name implies. It's an easy-to-understand explanation of the Word of God, the Gospel. Hello, I'm Father James McElhone, Director of Biblical Formation for the Archdiocese of Chicago. I'd like to invite you to take our free online Bible study program by going to thewordmadeclear.org. Our website offers an audio-based guide to the Gospels of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Listen to my lectures and follow along with the handouts provided. There are even discussion guides. You can also explore the biblical roots of the Mass. And there are links to a wide variety of biblical sources that will benefit both teachers and students of the sacred scriptures. Just go to wordmadeclear.org to experience our free online Bible study program. Again, it's free at wordmadeclear.org. It's the Word of God. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Breedeman, and I have the pleasure today of visiting with Adriana Kelly, who is Catholic Charities Director of the North and Northwest Suburban Regional Office. And before the break, Adriana, we were talking about all the programs that you have kept going during the pandemic to respond to the needs of the people who have come to us for assistance. I know that you have had a number of very successful pop-up food distributions at St. Isaac Jogue Parish in Niles. Can you share with our audience a little bit about how those got started and how they've worked through the pandemic?
Sure. Well, that was really born out of the Archdiocese work with radical hospitality, and they quickly learned that so many of those opportunities centered around food, and they brought together Catholic Charities, the Archdiocese, and the Greater Chicago Food Depository. At the same time that was happening, we had reached out to our great parish partners seeking assistance in stocking our shelves right here in the pantry. And St. Isaac Joe's rose to the occasion and had a fabulous food drive that they did on our behalf. And so right at the time we were working in this joint committee, this was happening at St. Isaac Joe, and together with Greater Chicago Food Depository, we identified Niles as an area of need and a pocket that could use some resources, food resources right in the community. So we reached out to St. Isaac Joe, and they rose to the occasion, and we have been having monthly pop-up food distributions since last September. So we're rounding on a year of doing this, the fourth Wednesday of every month, right there in their parking lot.
That's quite impressive because, as we all know, in the winter months in Chicago, that can be quite a challenge to have volunteers standing in the parking lot helping pack food bags for those who drive through. But what a wonderful service to the community, Adriana. So when people drive through and possibly pick up a bag of groceries, is there an opportunity for them to learn about other Catholic Charities programs and services that might be helpful to them at that time?
Sure. From the very beginning, we were concerned that we might run out of food. We all saw news coverage of those long lines coming to us, coming to distributions, and we were concerned about that. So we put together a packet of resource that since day one, month one, we give every patron that comes to us for a food allotment, and it includes not only information about Catholic Charities pantry right in Des Plaines, but other pantries in the area, as well as numbers to call for financial assistance, behavioral health, counseling programs. So we've put together a good resource packet to give out, and we make sure we update that routinely.
And I know, just like 721 North LaSalle, you have continued with your weekly meals, the hot meal distribution. Even though you're not able to welcome guests into a dining room, you've had to-go meals available. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Can you share which nights those are and how that works?
Pardon?
I said, can you please share with us how many nights a week that works and how the food is distributed?
Sure. We serve supper every Tuesday and Thursday here in Des Plaines. And we, pre-COVID, we're serving 70 to 90 meals every evening, plated food service. And during COVID, we quickly went to a drive-through model with a handful of volunteers that help us pack those meals, and we distribute them in a drive-through fashion. And those numbers increase. We're serving now anywhere from 120, sometimes 135 meals each Tuesday and Thursday.
That's so impressive. And is there any time frame for when the meals will be able to be brought back, all the clients will be able to be brought back inside for an actual sit-down meal again?
Sure. We're just looking at Catholic Charities as a whole, reopening our doors and welcoming clients back into the building. So we're taking the month of July, the summer months here, July and August, to ready ourselves to welcome those in. And those numbers, we must do that safely. And so adhering to all space requirements and protocols, we hope to invite, some into the building to sit and have a meal with us. At the same time, we'll continue that curbside distribution. We hope over time that we will get back to having all those coming to us for a warm meal inside the building to be served and to have conversation and to connect.
I understand that as the months of the pandemic wore on, a vegetable garden was built to also grow vegetables and produce of all kinds. Can you tell us a little bit about that project and where it's located and the fruits of that over the months?
Sure. That has been in existence for quite some time. I'm coming up on 5 years, and we have 18 raised vegetable gardens right here in Des Plaines in the back parking lot, and that was born out of a generous donor. Gino Esposito wanted to honor his father and gave us seed money to get the materials we needed to grow a garden. And then we had a couple of Boy Scout troops, individuals going for their Eagle badge, that really helped us have those raised garden beds take shape and then address water issues. And this is really a collaboration with the University of Illinois Extension Education Program. We are so blessed to have a master gardener in our midst, Pete Landwehr, and he really makes sure our garden grows, along with volunteers who come every week during the summer to plant, to weed, to harvest, and we supplement that our pantry with the yields of that garden, and we also make salads for our suppers sometime. These are the types of things we were doing pre-COVID, but during COVID, we still have had a yield to a lesser degree. But it's a wonderful collaboration that we have right here in the Des Plaines facility.
What a beautiful memorial, and how wonderful to see it all expand so much since its original inception. That's really inspiring. I know that you mentioned volunteers are welcome for the vegetable garden project. If anybody is listening or viewing the show and is interested in volunteering and being part of all you're doing in your region, what's the best way for them to contact us?
Well, they most certainly can call our office. Again, that's 847-376-2100. They can ask for me. They can email me at akelly@catholiccharities.net. We have a volunteer coordinator in the midst that helps us get volunteers engaged with programs that really, make their hearts sing, if you will. So we have plenty of opportunities: the garden, the pantry, suppers. We have a clothing room. Not to mention community events that we're always trying to be creative with providing to both residents in North Suburban Cook and Northwest Suburban Cook.
Thank you so much, Adriana. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back to continue our discussion here on The Voice of Charity.
I feel special. I feel great. I got good grades.
We've seen a huge surge in our kids now meeting or exceeding grade level. Come check us out. You may have never thought we were an option before.
Caring adults make all the difference in the lives of adolescents. Catholic Charities understands this, and our mentorship program provides a free opportunity for youth living in Lake County to spend time, virtually, with volunteers who genuinely care about them. This program is ideal for youths age 9 to 12 who may need support navigating the challenges of childhood and early adolescence. Our amazing volunteers serve as friends and role models who help youth recognize their strengths and empower them to reach their full potential. Catholic Charities conducts a thorough background check on every volunteer, and our program coordinator closely monitors and supports each relationship. Mentoring is a fun after-school program that is totally different from remote learning. Virtual group sessions help youth enjoy fun activities with their peers, too. We're connecting youth with great role models. Join us today. To learn more, call 312-937-3375. That's 312-937-3375.
Welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Breedeman, and I'm here today with Adriana Kelly, who is Catholic Charities Director of the North and Northwest Suburban Regional Office. We're so glad you're with us, Adriana, and I'm wondering if you could help our audience better appreciate how you and the other regional directors work together to make sure that food distributions and volunteer resources are used in the most effective ways for our clients.
Sure. I'm happy to have an opportunity to make a shout out to my peers. I am blessed to work with regional directors. Right next door, I have Rosemary Lesniak Mendez, who focuses in on the Northwest community, and peers in the West, in the South, Southwest, suburban and city area. And we really have a tight group. And we talk all the time with each other. We definitely, in the North and Northwest, have an abundance of capacity, and it shows often in the amount of food we receive in drives and clothing in particular. And we are always making sure that once we've tended to the needs of our own community, that we reach out to our peer group to let them know what we have, and we make arrangements to share that bounty, if you will, with our other regional offices. We also work very closely with our programs and invite them to take advantage of things that we have. We've been, in the fall, during the winter, we had an abundance of coats come our way through a collaboration my counterpart here next door, Rosemary, had with the fire department in Arlington Heights. And we also had a collaboration with our good partners at the North Shore University Health Systems, Glenbrook Hospital, and TLK Marketing. We had so many coats that not only were we able to take care of, do a community event, take care of those coming to us after that event through winter, but to share them with other regional clothing rooms and programs, and orchestrated pickups and worked out all those logistics.
I know, too, Adriana, that you, for a number of years, have had several very popular events, one called Diamonds Are Forever, and others called Harvest of Hope, that gathers Catholic Charities supporters for an evening or a day of enjoyment, but also fundraising to serve our clients. Now that the pandemic has lifted a bit, are there plans to restart those events to gather those who would like to continue to support Catholic Charities in that way?
Oh, sure. We definitely I miss the ladies that like to lunch at Diamonds, as well as those that come to us in the fall at Harvest of Hope. During COVID, Catholic Charities had a unique opportunity. Everything came to a standstill. We couldn't do events. And we quickly learned that having, over 30 events every year was quite unsustainable. And so we took advantage of that time to rethink the number of events that we're doing and what really makes sense and is sustainable to connect with our greatest supporter, not only to bring them together to, support us with their treasure, if you will, in a fundraising event, but how we might gather those groups of individuals and supporters more locally and regionally. And so we are right now going through the thought process on how our regional gatherings will take shape so that we can bring folks together regionally to support Catholic Charities programs and services locally, and also to thank and celebrate the impact that we have in the community at those gatherings. So I look forward to having more to share along those lines soon regionally. And I know that our development group headed by Angel Gutierrez at 721 will have much to share as well with those events that will continue.
And may I ask, Adriana, how long you've been with Catholic Charities?
Sure. I'm coming up to my 5th year anniversary. I can't believe that. In comparison to others at Catholic Charities, I'm quite an infant, if you will, in my tenure at Catholic Charities, but every day has been a wonderful experience.
And what do you like best about the work you do?
Oh, wow. What do I like best? I think what I like best is working purposefully, using, my God-given talent and, using experience that I've gained in my life, putting that to work for others, and then creating opportunities for those that want to work in mission with us, giving them venue to do that, making those connections really is quite a joy.
Well, I think I speak for many people when I say you might have only been with us for 5 years, but you have made a tremendous positive impact in your region and in the agency as a whole. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to speak with you today, Adriana.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to share with everybody that phone number again for Adriana's regional office. It's 847-376-2100. So please call if Catholic Charities can be of assistance to you in any way, or if you'd like to join in Adriana's efforts and that of her staff to volunteer or to donate or just to be part of the great enthusiasm that she creates in her region. Again, thank you so much, Adriana, for being with us. We invite everyone again next week back again for another edition of The Voice of Charity. For now, this is Katie Breedeman wishing you a wonderful week and a very happy 4th of July from everyone at Catholic Charities.
Join us every Monday through Friday at this time for Catholic Chicago. You can stream our programs live or listen to past programs by visiting our website, archchicago.org, and clicking on Radio TV. And please connect with Catholic Chicago on social media.